Glory, glory, Man United. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United have beaten Manchester City 2-1 at Old Trafford. And yes, Manchester is where you have heard the title right, you've seen the title right. Manchester United have beaten Manchester City 2-1 with goals from the captain Bruno Fernandez and Marcus Rashford with a brilliant assist from Garnacho. Fantastic. What can I say? I mean, just we have to praise Eric Ten Hag for the work he has done for this club since coming to Manchester United. It's a brilliant result. Now we are 1 point behind Manchester City. Uh, are we in the title race? We will discuss. For me, absolutely yes. We are in the title race now. Not even halfway to the season. We are just a point behind Manchester City and six behind Arsenal, who play tomorrow against Tottenham in the North London derby. I mean, what can we say? We have to praise Manchester United. Every single player knew their role tonight, today. You know, from David De Gea to Varane to Shaw at left back. Luke Shaw at left back deserves a mention, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Shaw has been terrific so far for Manchester United since being named, since being labeled as an overweight left back, is now a converted centre back who pocketed probably the best striker in the world in Erling Haaland. By the way, United fans singing to Haaland, "How's your daddy, baby?" That was fantastic as well. It's glory days for Manchester United. And brilliant result for Manchester United. It was a fantastic performance, a controlled performance. So we look at the first half. Uh, the whole City midfield was marked by Manchester United, from Casemiro to at Rodri to Fred, who did a fantastic job at Kevin De Bruyne. It was a brilliant first half for Manchester United, a controlled one. And then we saw in the second half Manchester City up their game. You know, they brought on Jack Grealish, who in place of Phil Foden. Grealish was good and he scored and gave Manchester City the lead. And Manchester United made a halftime change as well earlier. They brought off Martial and brought on Anthony, who was good as well. So I think it was a brilliant, fantastic performance from Manchester United today. We have to praise Rashford, who gave us an injury scare. I thought that was a hamstring or a groin injury. I thought he was gone. I thought it was going to be a serious, but the boy ran. It, it was a brilliant performance from Manchester United. Rashford was fantastic. And, the midfield was brilliant too. Defense was great. They pocketed Haaland, De Bruyne. The, I mean, what can we say about Manchester United? It was a brilliant result. And yeah, my prediction came true, absolutely correct. I predicted 2-1 for Manchester United, a brilliant comeback win for Manchester United. And we are just a point behind Manchester City now, on to 38 points, on to Arsenal next week. Not even thinking about that yet, but yeah, we'll see. Praise is all we can give for Manchester United players. Brilliant result, and proud of the players, proud of Ten Hag especially, who after the 6-3 humbling at the Etihad, to be in this position, a point behind Manchester City. Brilliant performance. I think Ten Hag deserves all the credit, and he should be given everything he asks of the board, because the guy deserves it. On to the City perspective, I mean, where do Manchester City go from here, man? Been poor for weeks now. Uh, they have been poor at the moment. They're playing sloppy. They were toothless in the first half. They upped their game, but they scored, but they didn't know what hit them. They had absolutely no idea what hit them. So yeah, fantastic performance from United, toothless from Manchester City for most parts of the game. And let's talk about the first goal. If the referee had given that offside, I would have understood, because he's interfering with the play, not really touching the ball, but he just went for it. But yeah, it's understandable why they didn't give that offside, and it was a correct decision in my opinion as well. Bruno Fernandez scores for the first time in open play against Manchester City, and fantastic turn from Alejandro Garnacho, the new boy in town. Remember the name Garnacho. Brilliant assist for Marcus Rashford, who is in the form of his life at the moment. And yeah, fantastic performance from United. Brilliant. Everyone deserves the credit. City in the mud. Manchester United go up a point behind City, onto Arsenal next week. Glory, glory, Manchester United, ladies and gentlemen.